Welcome to the Canada Credit Card Expert channel, 7 years of the Cobalt card. A recap today. Let's actually start by thanking all of you, those of you that actually subscribed thus far to our channel. And we would like to welcome those of you who are yet to so do. You are more than welcome to do it right at the bottom. Let's just dive into the American Express Cobalt card recap of 7 years, and that is in light of the recent changes. There were two of them in October 2024. Let's just start by saying this is kind of a card that American Express designated as a cool card. That is younger crowds' everyday expenditure. American Express actually trialed a card like it originally in the United States. In 2010, AMEX US actually launched the American Express Zinc card, commonly known as the AMEX White card. It was launched at what was later known as American Express Membership Reward Select, that is, points that could not be transferred into airlines, and basically all the points earned on the card would actually go to redemption, that is the fix of or flex schedule of Amex travel, or just merchandising. The American Express Zinc card would actually earn you 1 point per $1 spent, and you could actually take the $25 annual fee and actually top it up in order to earn 2 points per $1 spent on other categories, up to a maximum of $75 annual fee, and that would actually allow you to customize the card. How cool is that? You would customize how much you earn on what category. The American Express Zinc card did not actually last that long. Originally a charge card, membership reward select card, discontinued by 2013. However, American Express did actually continue onwards to launch another younger crowd, everyday spending type of credit card in a different market. In 2016, American Express Australia actually launched the AMEX Explorer card. Look at this card right now on the screen. It is essentially the twin card, the way it looks at least, of the American Express Cobalt card, to be launched a year later in 2017 in Canada. The AMEX Explorer card in Australia is one of Australia's top credit cards to this very day. It does earn $2 per 1 point, which Australian dollar and Canadian dollar roughly the same. That means pretty much 2 for 1, and the points could be transferred into airlines. So obviously you would earn less on food categories, but more on a lot of other categories. And that made this card one of the top credit cards in Australia. And although it costs 395 Australian dollar, you would actually get $400 in travel credit. That is Australian dollar plus 2 invitations to the AMEX Centurion lounges in either Melbourne or Sydney. A year after the launch of the Explorer in Australia, we got the Cobalt in Canada. Identical in how it looks like, a little bit different in the point structure. That is 5 points for all food categories, 2 points for all transportation categories, 2 points for travel categories, and 1 point for everything else. But at the time, it was membership reward select, which means all the points you earned could only go towards American Express fixed and flex charts, that is travel charts, redemptions, as well as American Express merchandise. Just to remind you that that particular credit card was actually launched with the mobile device insurance, some very basic travel insurances, but nothing mega. Well, at the time that was gaining a lot of traction, and that did actually become one of the more popular cards, especially amongst the younger crowds. However, having said all that, American Express by July 2021 announced that by August 2021, the membership rewards select would actually become membership rewards. So as of late August 2021, all the points earned on the Cobalt card could suddenly be moved into airlines. That was absolutely huge, and that definitely made this card possibly the best, if not one of the top credit cards in Canada. Well, we are not actually sure how American Express can make all these points work financially. Obviously, American Express is in the business of actually making some gains. Earning 5 points on your groceries or restaurants and then actually turning that into, say, 5 British Airways Avios or 5 Air Canada Aeroplan points or 3.75 Air France KLM miles, etc. would actually cost American Express huge amounts of money, and down the line it didn't actually make a lot of sense. American Express did actually rectify this by actually making 2 changes in October 2024. On the 8th of October 2024, American Express actually announced that all travel expenditure on the card would now earn 1 point per $1 spent. And that means whether it's hotel, car rentals, flights, etc. That pretty much meaning that the card has been a little bit different than what it used to be in terms of using it for travel. That means that the gold and platinum cards by Amex became the designated travel cards, and this card probably would have kind of resettled into what it originally meant, that is everyday type of expenditure card. So that was a little bit of a change that maybe did not actually affect in a bad way a lot of people, not being a typical travel card, which means did not have the main travel insurances, main travel items such as lounge passes, etc. But a week later, American Express Canada decided that it is about time, and maybe so, to actually start enforcing the terms and conditions that were actually attached, and you could see it on the website ever since the card was launched, and that means 5 points on all restaurants or groceries spent in Canada. Well, that has never been enforced, and in fact, you would have earned 5 points on restaurants and groceries globally until the 15th of October 2024. Now, this has changed, and as of 15th of October 2024, you would only earn 1 point per $1 spent on travel, but also 1 point per $1 spent on anything whatsoever if it has not been spent in Canadian dollars. Now, that changed a little bit the card in terms of its appeal to some people. Let's recap the 7 years of having the Cobalt. Where we stand at the moment, at the very late stages of 2024, you've got to ask yourself 2 questions pretty much. One, how much time do you actually spend outside Canada? For those of you who do spend a large chunk of time outside Canada each year, well, the appeal of this card definitely went down dramatically. However, for most of us who actually spend most of the time in Canada, it might not actually change anything whatsoever. The other question you got to ask yourself in light of these changes, and these are kind of a combination of changes, and that includes travel expenditure, etc., is, do you actually use the card a lot when you're in Canada for grocery shopping in the likes of Metros, Sobeys, and other supermarkets that accept American Express cards? If you do your shopping in, say, Loblaws or Walmart, and you do spend 3, 4, 5 months a year overseas, then the appeal of this card is actually, well, how should we say it mildly, is not as it used to be. You could be looking into other cards from cashback, no foreign exchange, or even the underrated gem called RBC Ion Plus, which does actually earn 3 points on all transportation and food categories overseas, especially if it's coupled with the RBC Avion card, where you'll be able to transfer the points to airlines. That is British Airways, Cathay Pacific mainly. However, in light of all of the above, the card is still one of the top credit cards in Canada. You would probably need a good travel card if you're into traveling or you travel more than once or twice a year. Other than that, the Cobalt card is still a unique, great everyday expenditure card while in Canada, and at the end of the day, one of the best credit cards featured in Canada. A recap of 7 years of having the Cobalt card. We would like to actually thank you for your time today. We will see you soon.